What's going on, Reject Nation? Greg Alba here.
And I'm John.
Back at it with another hot trailer this week, Into the Spider-Verse. I am thinking of actually buying the 31-issue series and reading it before the movie, like I did with some comic book movies this year. I also know a pretty good amount about Miles Morales. Before we do that, Patron of the Day shout out for a man named Austin Moore. Austin, looked up your name today. It means magic dignity or venerable. Venerable disease. Venereal disease. What does that word mean, John?
Venerable is like you're distinguished, certain amount of respectability and importance.
Oh. Well, if that was true, you would have finished that short film by now that I did the voiceover work for you on, that I spent hours prepping a character for, and you still haven't put it together. It's been months, buddy. How long does it take to assemble a masterpiece animation? I heard all those Disney films were cranked out in like a month. What's taking you so long?
That's a shout out.
Let's get to this now, Austin. I'm just kidding. Take your time, buddy. Cool. Is that Ultimate Goblin?
Miles, yeah, gotta go.
If you want me to drive you, we gotta go now.
No, Dad, I'll walk.
Personal chauffeur going on.
It's okay.
Seriously, Dad, walking would have been fine.
Breaking news, Spider-Man saves the day again.
Spider-Man. This guy swings in once a day, zip, zap, zop, and answers the phone. Accountability.
Speed up, I know these kids.
Relatability.
Man, you get arrested?
Gosh, don't cops run red lights?
Well, yes, some do. But, not your dad.
In your universe, there's only one Spider-Man. But there's another universe.
Yeah.
It looks and sounds like yours, but it's not. My name's Miles Morales.
Whoa! Whoa!
You're like me.
Peter.
How?
How?
I know it's complicated.
Oh, cool.
Dude.
I know what happened to you.
Word just came out of my
I
mouth.
can teach you to be Spider-Man. I love this burger. So delicious. One of the best burgers I've ever had. You have money, right? I'm not very liquid right now.
I think you're gonna be a bad teacher.
I
I'm supposed to save the whole world.
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person. One thing I know for sure, don't do it like me.
Jake
Do it
Johnson.
like you.
Brooklyn style.
Such a gorgeous shot.
Yeah, it looks
Damn,
crazy.
dude.
Spark, it's amazing. Hands up. Whatever you choose to do with it, you'll be great.
I know that.
You gotta say I love you back. I want to hear it.
You want to hear me say
love you,
it?
Dad.
You're dropping me off out of
I
school?
love you, Dad.
Look at this place.
Dad, I love you.
Dad, I love you.
That's a copy.
Time to swing, just like I taught you.
When did you teach me that?
I didn't. It's a little joke for team building.
Hey guys,
Okay.
Spider-Gwen.
Stacy.
Come on.
How many more spider people are there?
Save it for Comic-Con.
What's coming?
Let's go.
That looks like a lot of fun.
That looks great.
Yeah, man.
I think in the comics how it goes down is Miles Morales, he gets these powers. Spider-Man's killed by Goblin.
Yeah.
And he witnesses that, and which inspires him to become Spider-Man. And for a while he's going to have web shooters and stuff. I like this approach of him actually being trained by Peter Parker. And I think a lot of the part of why they might have switched it up, A, marketing purposes, B, he gets trained by like Captain America in the comics, which belongs to a different property at the moment,
It's not going to be easy to do for Sony right now, but this is a way in which they can use Peter Parker.
And they have to change some stuff around. And they're calling this Into the Spider-Verse, but what I liked about this marketing so far is that it's still primarily sticking to Miles Morales' origin. They hint at the end that there's going to be other spider characters in here, because in the Spider-Verse comic book, there's a lot of Spider-Man and a lot of different types of Spider-Man. So to keep this contained, though, instead of like overwhelming your mind. It's cool that the marketing, or at least it seems like even the movie itself, will primarily still stick to a Miles Morales tale, and maybe they're planning on franchising out the Spider-Verse
Oh
story.
yeah, I gotta imagine the franchise is what they have in mind, and at least for the terms of this trailer, to have Miles being trained by Peter as the focus is really cool, and then to get that sting with Spider-Gwen at the end, I think is the right amount of oh shit. The animation, I know they were talking about they wanted to have something that felt really handcrafted. They wanted to kind of mix computer with line drawings and dot coloring, and I think
shows.
It really does look like a perfect blend of 3D and comic book animation come to life, and like to see them kind of innovate with the form as well as, you know, bringing this story to life is really cool.
And the look of Ultimate Green Goblin, that looks crazy. That looks insane. Miles Morales' dad seems like such a charming element to it. This thing looks like it has a lot of heart. In a world where you got like 3 Spider-Man franchises at this point, we're still getting live-action Spider-Man movies. This does feel refreshing and different as well. Miles' dad is in the comics, he doesn't like superheroes, and they hint at that here.
Spider-Man. This guy swings in once a day, zip, zap, zop, and answers the phone.
And there's one moment here where, at least the way the trailer cuts it, where his dad goes, hands up, and then Miles has to deal with like, oh no, I gotta get away from my pops.
Oh, you know that's gonna be a source of tension for this.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty intense thing to have, where the main character's father is hunting him down as well. And the other part they also show here, when he says hands up, and then he goes into camouflage mode, which is a unique power to Miles Morales, because he got bit by a slightly different spider or something.
Spider infected with Peter's blood.
I think it's going to be cool to see the mentorship happening, because Peter's also telling him, don't do my thing.
Don't do it like me. Do it like you.
Do your thing. So we're going to see this guy transition. It's like setting up to get a completely different kind of Spider-Man, in terms of you get a hint at the new powers, but you're also going to get a hint at the new style, because even he's from Brooklyn, and I suppose there's going to be like a new kind of attitude as opposed to the Queen's attitude of New York. I don't really know the difference because I'm not from New York.
Totally different.
I imagine there's a slight difference in attitude there. And I think at 143 here, you see character in purple who looks like the Prowler, which is Aaron Davis. Aaron Davis is actually Miles Morales' uncle, who is a contribution to how Miles actually gets his abilities. Okay. And Aaron Davis played by Donald Glover in the live-action film Spider-Man Homecoming. So that's cool that we're getting him in there. And it's like, I think for Miles Morales' story, you definitely need the Prowler in here.
Oh yeah, one especially like already having the tension coming from his dad, you know, to have like an actual villain in his uncle has got to be a huge challenge for a character like that.
But yeah, the movie looks really cool. The movie looks really fun. I'm sure fans of Miles Morales are really happy this is coming to life. All right, guys. Well, what do you guys think of this Into the Spider-Verse trailer? What main Spider-Man do you want to see in here? The Audio Octavius one? I'm sure that would be cool. You guys can subscribe to the Reject Nation. Click that notification bell, because subscribe buttons don't really work. And you can check us out on Patreon. Full-length TV show reactions, weekly Q&As, music video coverage. Love to have you become a Patronaject today, people.